Hey guys.
Hey guys.
It's time for our very first ever review of Supergirl, the Season 1 premiere, the series premiere. Oh my god, it was really good!
Yeah, it was so good. I love Supergirl.
If you haven't seen it and you want to avoid any spoilers, you're going to want to skip this video and come back later because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. And wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. I was kind of worried about it. I was like, man, this could really be bad. But no, the pilot,
Yeah, it was fantastic.
really good. Yeah.
I like we're able to kind of fast forward to her being a superhero without it feeling fast forward. Like,
Yeah.
it felt like a very good explanation, but it's just a little backstory before we get to the actual story where she's at right now. So I really liked that.
The one thing I was really taken aback about is when Kal-El gets her when her ship crashes, he basically just drops her off and doesn't have any more contact with her basically ever.
Yeah.
And he doesn't grab the data crystals out of her ship. So she has no kind of instructional videos, none of that stuff that he got when he crashed. She is without that. And I'm like, okay, I kind of understand why he just dropped her off, because he wanted her to make the decision to be a hero herself. Makes total sense.
Yeah.
But why he didn't bring the data crystals as well, that doesn't make sense to me. Some of the things I really enjoyed about this episode is her very first save is saving the plane, and it reminded me a lot of the scene in the very first Superman the movie, when he saved Air Force One. Mm-hmm. It's almost the same exact scene, kind of, except that actually got struck by lightning, and this plane was sabotaged.
Yes.
So that's really interesting, because I didn't think we'd get any supervillains this early in the series.
Yeah, and I like that it's the obvious choice for her. Her sister, her stepsister, is on that plane. And so, yeah, of course she's going to save that plane. It's her sister's life or her being exposed. She's going to choose her sister's life. Like, she doesn't give a crap.
Yeah.
So I really liked that. That was her first kind of exploit into superheroism. And then she just kind of, like, got addicted to it. Yeah. She was hooked. She was like, oh my god, that was so much fun. I want to do it again.
Yeah. And it's just kind of a logical progression for her.
Yeah.
Because she's been kind of stifling herself for her entire life, and to finally feel this freedom,
yeah.
I mean, of course she's going to want to do it again and again, just to feel that, to be able to be herself finally.
Yeah. And then she tells kind of like a friendly person at work. I wouldn't say that they were like really good buddies. It was just they're kind of friends at work, pretty good friends at work. She tells him, but they wrote it perfectly, because her sister basically tells her, you can't do this. What are you doing? You're crazy. And she's on this high from saving the plane, and she just needs somebody to be excited with her. And she didn't get that from her sister, and it seems like, with her isolating herself, she probably doesn't have a whole lot of close friends. Yeah. So she tells this guy at work, and so like they made it work. Like, for her to tell somebody that's not like her BFF, they made it work. It was really good. It was totally plausible.
And actually, her sister's reaction, we saw it in the trailer, but it still kind of caught me off guard. And I'm like, what is the deal with her? Why is she so ungrateful? Your sister just saved your life.
Yeah.
And you are And then we find out she works for this organization that monitors and combats alien life forms who are threats to Earth.
Yeah, and I think it's basically, as long as her sister wasn't doing anything, she wasn't a threat, and so she didn't have the eyes of this corporation. And so I think that's why she was afraid, like, if her sister starts doing this, she's going to catch their attention, and then she's going to possibly be labeled a threat, and she didn't want to have that decision. Although, I don't know why it didn't cross her mind that she would be an ally.
And like I said, I was really surprised that they brought actual supervillains in the premiere, because I kind of figured, okay, it's going to be like bank robberies, car chases, that kind of stuff for the first couple of episodes, and then they'll start introducing like the overall story for the season or the series, depending on how long the story goes. And I thought it would kind of be like a slow build, but no, they hit full sprint right out of the gate. We find out that her ship, when it got out of the Phantom Zone, it brought the villains with it. It brought like a full-on prison with it. So there's all these villains now on Earth, and she fights her first one in the premiere. And I got the effects were really good. The fights were really well choreographed. I totally believed she was Supergirl fighting Vartox.
Yeah, and what I loved is that she wasn't great at it.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't just go in and was suddenly amazing. She kind of took her superpowers and living with humans for granted and just assumed that nobody else would be able to beat her. And so, like, she goes into this fight kind of headstrong and totally gets her butt handed to her. Like, she doesn't do very well. And I like that it was, like, a coordination of her and her sister to actually defeat him in the end. Like, her sister gave her the scientific background, like, you need to heat this up and, you know, whatever. Like, that was really cool because it was believable. She needs to have some practice. She's not just going to be good at being a superhero.
And she's going to need to learn to fight at some point. And it seems like they don't really want to show Superman, which is fine. He can train her on how to fight.
Yeah.
Off screen. It'd be totally fine. And he's going to be the only person who can train her to fight because she'll break anybody else who tries to train her.
Yes.
Like she, you know, crushed her sister a little bit when she gave her a hug. She's like, "Oh, sorry, too hard, my bad." So Superman is really the only person who can train her. So do that off screen. They don't actually have to show Superman.
Yeah, but she does need some training.
Yeah, absolutely.
More so than just going out and trial and error.
Yeah. And it looks like the main villain for the series is going to be her aunt.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, family dynamics.
This is kind of incredible. Like, I am very, very much involved in finding out what is the aunt's story. Like, what did she do that made her a villain as opposed to her sister being a good person? You know, like, what happened? I want to know.
What broke that family
yes,
apart?
Yes, what broke it? I want to know.
And I really want Kara to get some training just because, well, like in Man of Steel, Superman goes toe-to-toe with Zod, who had training his entire life. He was born to be a warrior. And Superman holds his own against him and then snaps his neck. I want Kara, I hope they don't go that route where, you know, Kara's first battle out, well, they didn't.
Yeah.
She got her butt kicked the first time.
Yeah, I like that. That it's totally plausible. That's what would have happened.
It's like they learned from Man of Steel. All right, I think that's pretty much it for our Supergirl review. I loved the episode. It was really, really good. I'm excited for the second episode.
Yes. What did you guys think? Let us know.
Let us know in the comments. Also, if there's anything we missed, something you think we should have talked about that we didn't, let us know in the comments. We can discuss it down there. If you enjoyed this review, and we certainly hope you did, let us know by clicking the like button and subscribe for more reviews.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.